It wasn't a reflection of my spiritual weakness, but a reminder that we are always evolving, always growing, and that sometimes the usual tools that we rely on stop working because they've already served their purpose. This space honors all paths of connection, healing, and family, grounding ourselves in sacred teachings as we are anchored in ancient roots, ready to rise from the soil of our past. I'm Irene Stupski, here to guide you through stories, insights, and spiritual practices that will help you heal and rediscover your true belonging. Welcome to Angels, Adoption, and Ancestors. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches so many of us on our spiritual paths. When bad energy rubs off on you, even after all the inner work and protection that you have put in place, it can feel like no matter how much you cleanse, how much you ground or shield, this negative energy somehow seeps into your energetic field. And man, can it leave you asking, why me? Why is it always me that has to do the deeper inner work? We'll unpack these feelings and we'll share some personal stories as always and talk about how we can step deeper into our truth when we feel like the energy around us is trying to pull us down. Let's open this beautiful sacred light circle by rubbing our hands together and taking a deep breath in, because this is your invitation to go inward and nourish your soul's light as we begin stirring up that energy within our hand chakras and feel that warmth between your palms and let it flow up into your heart center. As you take another deep breath in, we're activating not just protection, but deep awareness in this sacred moment. Feel the energy of your palms. See this energy as the thread of light that creates the tapestry of your life. Breathe in as you drop into your sacred soul space. Not too long ago, I had just completed a powerful spiritual retreat. My energy was high and I felt deeply grounded. And I had done all this cleansing and protection and I thought, I'm good. But after all, this practice, doing this for over a decade, each time that I think I'm good, boom, the universe sends me another space of healing. So a few days later after this retreat, I found myself in a space where the energy was incredibly heavy with a dear friend. And there was so much anger and frustration and sadness in this space, a place I really didn't have a choice to not be around. And it went on for days. And despite all my inner work and all my protection practices, that energy started to just cling to me. And in that moment of recognizing this, I felt so frustrated. Why is my spiritual work not enough? Why isn't it working? How come I'm feeling so much of this? And worse yet, it was beginning to affect my personality. And that's when my angel team swoops in for the rescue. And they remind me of something extremely profound. This was an opportunity for me to go deeper, to expand my capacity for resilience. It wasn't a reflection of my spiritual weakness, but a reminder that we are always evolving, always growing, and that sometimes the usual tools that we rely on stop working because they've already served their purpose. In this moment, I realized that no matter how much spiritual work we do, we still live in a world where we interact with others, and their energy can and will affect ours. The deeper lesson I learned is that it's not always about blocking out the energy of others. It's not always about asking for protection, but mastering how to remain whole and grounded in the face of it. We can protect ourselves with every metaphysical tool that's in the book, but sometimes those practices don't do as much as we hope. And that's when the deeper work calls. When you are feeling weighed down by bad energy, the key isn't to run from it or to blame yourself for not being spiritually strong. The key is to pause and breathe and get curious about what's really happening here. Ask yourself what this situation is trying to teach you. What deeper layer of healing is trying to emerge? Here's the reality of boundaries. When you start setting firm, energetic boundaries, the people around you, especially those who have been your greatest teachers, those who trigger you the most, they may not like it. And they might push back harder. And their resistance might feel stronger, and the scope of your energy is felt stronger towards yourself, which means the other person is also feeling your energy. And now it becomes this push-pull, tug-of-war, energetic fight. And you might start wondering, again, why is it always me doing the inner work? Why do I have to be the one to keep transmuting this energy? The truth is, you're being called to it because you can. Your soul is strong enough to do this work. But let me be clear. It's not just about the inner work anymore at this point. Sometimes it's about stepping back without necessarily cutting people off. Cancel culture and completely shutting people out of your life isn't always the answer. There's value in keeping certain connections, but it's about doing so with fierce protection of your aura because let's be real, you can physically get ill if you're not careful. Energy lingers in our bodies if we don't release it. And that's why setting energetic boundaries is vital to your health, your well-being, not just for the emotional well-being, but your physical health too. These moments, these boundaries are made by you for you. They are your sacred lines, drawn to protect your energy, your peace, and your sense of self. No one else needs to know them because, quite frankly, the only person who truly has the power to cross those boundaries is you. Often we believe it's other people who violate our boundaries, but in reality, it's us who allow those violations by not standing firm in our truth. Think about it. If others don't know your boundaries, how can they intentionally cross them? We give people permission, consciously or unconsciously, to step over those lines. And trust me, simply telling someone your boundaries won't stop them from testing them. Words are not enough. It's about the energy and the inspired action that you hold and do, that inner resolve, the unwavering respect that you have for yourself that enforces those boundaries. Setting boundaries isn't just about you say, it's about what you allow, what you permit, and how you choose to respond when someone approaches those invisible lines that have been drawn. You teach others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. Tough lesson to learn, I know, but when you honor your boundaries, you send a clear message, not just to others, but to yourself as well, that you value your peace, your well-being, and your personal growth. It's self-respect for your soul. So the next time you feel someone crossing your boundary, ask yourself, am I holding firm or am I allowing this energy to disrupt my space? You hold the power to reinforce these boundaries and honor your sacred space. As Kenny Rogers says, you got to know when to hold them, you got to know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. This wisdom applies to how we manage energy in our relationships too. Trust your intuition. If someone's energy is too toxic, it's okay to step back. If it's a family gathering, I'll go into the kitchen and start doing dishes to just step away for a few moments so I can regroup. There have been many times on family outings that I'll go to the public restroom in the stall and be still to be alone so that I can regroup. If it's a phone call and my boundaries are on the edge of being crossed, I'll dismiss myself and say, well, I've got to get going, and I'll remove myself from the energy. It's your call. But don't feel like you need to immediately cut ties or retreat into isolation and start downgrading yourself. Sometimes the work is in holding space while protecting your energy. Other times it's in knowing when it's time to walk away for good. There are those moments in life, and that's okay. Because in those moments, I have found that stepping back without shutting the door completely has given me the space to recalibrate, reassess, and protect my own energy while still keeping the door open for healing. Both mine and theirs. No longer at war. The more you trust your intuition, the more you'll know when to take that step back and when to lean in for deeper healing. In the end, it's about trusting your capacity to protect your own energy, even when those around you resist the boundaries that you have set. That's okay too. Sometimes the energy around us clings to our light, drawn to its warmth and power, but that clingy frequency needs movement to be released. This is the perfect time to take a long walk, have a private dance party, enjoy a cleansing shower, or meditate. Whatever method helps you shift that energy, allow it to be your guiding light. Experiment with different tools and practices. The more you explore, the more you'll find what works best for you and what doesn't work for you any longer. Once you've identified what resonates, keep those tools in your spiritual toolkit. They're ready to be used when needed, but don't forget about them. Without consistent practice, it's hard to know what truly supports your energetic well-being. Your spiritual practice thrives on consistency, and with regular use, it becomes a powerful shield, building a veil of protection against future energetic intrusions. So make it a priority to tend to your energy regularly. When you do, you're not just releasing what no longer serves you, you're actually strengthening your boundaries and keeping your light shining bright for others to see. Remember, it's not about how much work that you've done or how many tools that you've used or how many certifications you have. It's about learning to stay centered in your truth, even when the world around you feels so chaotic. I am thrilled to share something really special with you. I have just added a free 7-day challenge to my website, and it's designed to either kickstart your spiritual practice or to deepen the one that you already have. This challenge includes my very first meditation album. It's an oldie but a goodie. It has been through the cornerstone of my spiritual journey for years. And it's a powerful tool that has helped countless clients and myself to return to the center of the soul, creating space for freedom and forward movement. Along with the meditation album, you will also receive 7 days of journal prompts that will be guiding you into divine action. These prompts will help you tap into your inner wisdom and take inspired steps in your spiritual journey to create a consistency. I'd love to invite you to embrace this opportunity and make it a part of your daily practice. You can access it for free. Yep, for free. You got it forever by visiting michelleirene.com. Just scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on Essence of Light, and it's yours to explore. Give it a try. And let it lead you back to your soul center, that space of calm and peace. And as we close this sacred gathering for today, let's rub our hands together one more time and take a beautiful, deep inhale and exhale with a beautiful breath, and any lingering energies that wish to be released are releasing now, and know that your angels are always with you in every moment. You are being held by the light of the Divine Mother's arms, nourishing your soul and guiding you by the wings of your angels. May your steps be mindful, your heart be light, and your spirit soar freely. Until next time, trust your intuition, protect your energy, and know that you are stronger than any force that tries to pull you away from your soul's truth. Take care of yourself.